Greetings, pod fans. It's the 3rd of May, and may I say, I'm gonna do one more because it felt weird to stop on a Thursday. Friday seems way better than that. You know what I mean? And today I want to have a quick discussion about how so many things in my life I've come across that feel impossible or feel like way more complicated or way more impressive when people can do them until I got instructions, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's just a thing you do. And like an example of that is the Rubik's Cube. I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube when I was, I think, like 17, 18 or something. And like I had a Rubik's Cube before that, and I would just turn it and to just be like, oh, surely I can figure this out. And I was just trying to, you're just kind of like, nothing makes sense when you're just trying to do it without any real idea. And then when I was 17 or 18, whenever it was, I was like, maybe I'll just read these instructions. And then it was like, oh, okay, there's algorithms to this. It's not just trying to use your brain to will it into existence. And of course, there are people who, have their brains and they can just go, blah, 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 cool, this is the way I have to turn it. But, the way that most people, the majority of people, learn how to do a Rubik's Cube for the first time is with algorithms. You just read a list of instructions and it gets you there. And people are still, to this day, I'll be like, oh yeah, I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I just need a bit of time. I need to check up the steps. And they're like, what? No, you can't. And then I show them the scrambled Rubik's Cube, and then a little while later take a picture of the solved Rubik's Cube. And yeah, it's definitely just one of those things where you look at it and you're like, that's impossible. How do people do that? And then you just kind of read the instructions and you're like, oh, okay, you just turn, cool, we've got this part done, so now move on to another set of instructions, and then it's done. Then it's randomly done. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Another thing is deadlifts. A lot of people I know, but myself included, when I first came across deadlifts, all you hear about is, you're going to mess up your back if you can't do it right, blah, blah, blah. And it seems very scary, but it's not. You just kind of learn the basics, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. As long as you follow these steps and set up this way, I find it very difficult. I don't know how I would hurt my back, throw my back out, and that's definitely tempting fate. But you just learn the basics and then stick within weights that you can do and get stronger, and then it's all good. At the moment I can stiff leg 130 kg for 6 reps, and that's just without even using my legs. That's just my back. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And another thing that falls into this is every job I've ever had. You walk into a job and you're like, I have no idea how anything works. Oh no, it's so confusing. I'm never gonna get this. And then 2 weeks later, you're just flying through it all. It's like, oh yeah, that's over there, and you just do this and blah 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 blah. It's very funny to me how just things can seem impossible. It can seem like the most complicated thing you've ever heard of, and you're just kind of like, I'm never going to get this. It's, how do people do this? And then, you spend a little time, get a little instruction, and, learn, and it's like, oh, this is not hard. Why was I so afraid of this? But it's pretty cool. I think it's just another one of these motivational things for me where it's like, hey, just do the thing. Just give it a shot. Making videos, I still don't know how to do it, but I do it. I'm entirely self-taught when it comes to editing and stuff. It's not most of the time I don't do anything spectacular. I'm just kind of cutting and that kind of a thing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that seems so out there and so scary, and then once you start it, it's just like, oh, okay. You just learned 1 or 2 steps, and then you're in it. You in it, boy. But yeah, it is the 3rd of May, and yeah, I guess I'll talk to you whenever I get a chance to make another one of these, and I hope you're having a great Friday. Slán.